The breathing used in this practice will be a silent Ujjayi breath. If you're unfamiliar with this breath, it is a slight constriction of the throat and sounds like a whisper. You can practice this breath as though you are fogging up a mirror with an open mouth. If you were to practice, place your hand in front of you, palm facing towards you. Open your mouth and breathe out like and then try doing the same sound but with the mouth closed. The quieter the breath, the more internalizing and healing the practice will be. It will also be beneficial to have a blanket that is able to be folded 3 times on the long fold so that your torso and head will be able to rest on the blanket. To find your placement lying down, you want to make sure that the edge of the blanket closest to you is about a hand's width away from your seat. So when you lie down, it is roughly in line with your navel, which will make your chest, chin, and forehead come to a neutral position. Now come to lie on your back and close your eyes. When you get comfortable lying on your back, allow your body to open. Stage 1 is to simply watch the involuntary rise and fall of the abdomen. Bring your attention to the effortless movement of the abdomen. The flow of the breath is a direct reflection of the mind. As our mind becomes more quiet, the breath will become more shallow. Nothing to force, just watch the abdomen. And now begin diaphragmatic abdominal breathing. The intention is to just slowly begin to deepen the inhale, breathing through your nostrils, Ujjayi breath, gradually inhaling as slowly as you can and exhaling. But the emphasis is on filling the lower lungs, so relatively little movement in your chest and upper back. The idea is to slowly inhale, shaping the breath, and slowly exhaling. As you inhale, sense the breath descending to your pelvic bowl and back body. See the floating ribs get wider, and then exhale. Release the navel towards the back body. If you find yourself inhaling for 3 or 4 counts, see if you can slow down the flow of the breath and still restrict it to the area in the lower lungs. You will continue here for another minute or 2. As slowly as possible, you will fill the lower lungs and exhale slowly. Then notice where the breath may feel a little coarse, perhaps some shakiness, and there may also be some involuntary pauses. Your intention is to resolve that completely. Deepening slowly, widening into the side body, back body. You may already notice that the mind is starting to quieten down. Awareness starting to build or awaken. If you feel any stress or anxiety surfacing, you may be trying to slow down your breath too quickly. And now we transition to complete breathing. Slowly fill the abdomen and sides and let the breath gradually work up towards the chest. And at the last part of inhale, let the collarbones rise. And then as you exhale, let the navel drop and the collarbones to slowly sink. And then you repeat that. You're feeling the pelvic bowl, the side ribs expand, the chest expands, and at the last part of your inhale, your collarbones lift. You release the belly, the navel drops, and at the same time, the collarbones drop. And at the last part of your exhale, the belly drops completely. Now please continue with this approach to the breath with the intention of continuing to refine it. Refining refers to the rate of the flow and the smoothness of the breath. Continue to slow down the rate and relaxing to resolve any challenges in the flow of the breath. You might find a bit of stickiness and the breath may be a little bit stuck at the maximum of the breath. Try and relax more deeply. Another minute or so here. Please allow the breath flow to be so subtle and gentle. The subtle application of Ujjayi in your throat is as though you are no longer pulling the inhale in. It just basically drops into you, and you're no longer pushing the exhale. It effortlessly flows away from you. No more pulling on inhale and no more pushing on exhale. One more minute. Super soft, practically silent Ujjayi. Continue to stay aware, very effortless and extremely intentional. Take 2 more complete breaths. the top of inhale, your collarbones lift. And see the breath branching out to all aspects of the lungs. Back, front, sides, middle, top and bottom. Now allow your breath to adjust. Still keep your eyes closed and take a few even, balanced breaths to release any pressure. And now go back to the first stage. Just observe the rise of the abdomen and the fall of the abdomen. Allow yourself to become increasingly effortless. Experience that moment of being led towards the pause after exhale, resting in that moment where the breath becomes to a standstill, not by forcing, but by relaxing. Eventually, so at peace, there is no need to breathe. Take your time and begin to remember your body and your breath. Gradually inhale and exhale. Take your time to come back. Start to move your thumbs over your fingertips and move the extremes of the body, fingers and toes, and invite some small movement into your wrists and your ankles. You may then roll over to your right side and come back up to a seated position to just acknowledge your practice and to reground yourself in your seat and in your daily life. You can gradually rub the hands together to build some heat into the palms, and then place the palms over your eyes. Start to open the eyes, absorbing the heat from your hands, and allow your hands to move away from your face. The gaze is soft and staring down onto your mat or the floor, and take your time to come back.